My child, my beloved, stop scrolling. This message did not find you by accident. Heaven is speaking right now, and time is sensitive. Before I say another word, subscribe, not for a channel, but so you do not disconnect from what God is releasing in this exact moment. If you stay, you will understand why your name was just spoken in heaven. Archangel Michael says, God is trying to speak to you right now. This message is urgent and heaven won't wait another second. Please open this immediately. My child, my beloved, something divine is happening in the spiritual realm right now and your name is written at the center of it. Heaven has been trying to reach you all day. The angels have whispered, the signs have appeared, but this moment right now is not like any other. This is not a coincidence. This is the last attempt before something irreversible happens. And if you keep ignoring these messages, something beautiful that was coming your way may be handed to someone else. The clock is ticking and your miracle is standing right outside the door. My child, my beloved, before you go any further, listen to me. This message has been released from the highest realm just for you. There is a divine conversation happening in heaven about your life, your future, your pain, your waiting, and what is about to arrive in your hands. But if you walk away without listening, if you let the noise of this world distract you, then what was meant for you could disappear like smoke. So please, I beg you, stay. Watch. Open your spirit. Heaven won't wait another second. My child, my beloved, the one who tried to block your miracle is already being exposed. That person who smiled in your face while hiding envy in their heart has just been revealed before heaven's council. And God has decided no more delay, no more suffering, no more hidden chains around your destiny. What's been locked up is about to be released, but only if you show that your heart is still open to receive. This is your moment. Don't scroll past this as if it means nothing. This message is sacred. My child, my beloved, listen closely now. I was sent to stand beside you tonight. Not just to protect you, but to deliver a spiritual key. This key is not physical, but once you accept it, you'll feel the shift immediately. You'll feel it in your bones. Your sleep will change. Your dreams will become clearer. And before 48 hours pass, something in your physical world will align so perfectly you will know heaven has spoken. But this will only happen if you accept the message fully. Not with doubt, not halfway, but with faith. Right now, my child, my beloved, take a moment to breathe. Feel this in your soul. Your life has not been easy. You've carried things you never told anyone about. You've cried quietly, hoping heaven heard you, even in the silence. And yes, God did hear every sigh, every silent prayer. That is why this message came with urgency, because heaven has already moved. The angels have already been dispatched. The shift has already begun. But it is your trust, your openness, your willingness to receive that determines how this story unfolds from here. Warning important. If you're still here, that means your soul is ready. But you must not miss what comes next. Take 3 seconds now and click subscribe. This allows you to stay connected to the divine timing of this message. Don't let the miracle pass you by. Heaven is watching how you respond. Warning, my child, my beloved. I saw what they did. I saw how they talked about you behind your back while pretending to love you in front of your face. I saw how they doubted your calling. How they tried to convince you that you were just ordinary. But heaven never forgot the truth of who you are. You were chosen. You carry light in a world full of shadows. And now every lie spoken against your name is about to collapse in front of you. God is preparing a table just for you. And your enemies will have no choice but to watch. My child, my beloved, your name was just whispered in the throne room of heaven. I need you to hear this. The pain you've been carrying, the battles you've been fighting, they were never meant to break you. They were only meant to build you. And now you are strong enough to carry what God is about to place in your hands. But there is one condition. Do not walk away from this message until it is finished. If you leave halfway, you leave your blessing incomplete. Stay with me. Let every word soak into your spirit like healing oil. My child, my beloved, do you realize that someone has already tried to interfere with this divine message reaching you? 3 times this message was blocked. 3 times delays were attempted, but the angelic realm refused to back down. You needed to see this before the night is over. There is something scheduled to happen in the next 12 hours. And this message is your preparation. If you don't act on it, the door may close. But if you do, O child, the miracle will knock. My child, my beloved, something happened 3 nights ago in your spiritual timeline. A decision was made in heaven regarding your name. You weren't supposed to know about it yet, but God overruled the delay. The message was released early because something unexpected is coming toward you faster than expected. And if your heart is not aligned, you will misinterpret it as loss or pain when it's actually the setup for the greatest favor you've ever experienced. This is why Archangel Michael was sent directly. Because only you were meant to hear this now. My child, my beloved, you don't know how close you are to something life-altering. If you could see what I see, if you knew how many angels have been fighting just to keep your path clear, you would fall on your knees in tears of awe. Because the battles behind the scenes are not small. This isn't about luck. It's about destiny. And right now, heaven is watching for just one thing, your response. If your spirit says yes, if your soul stays open, then nothing, no delay, no person, no fear can stop what's about to reach you. My child, my beloved, your spirit has survived things that should have broken you. You've walked through storms with your eyes still full of hope, even when no one saw your silent tears. I've watched you forgive people who never said sorry. I've seen you love deeply in a world that doesn't understand divine love. And now heaven is rewarding that faithfulness. You're being called into something higher, deeper, and richer. But it will not come through comfort. It will come through trust. And the first step is opening your heart fully to this message right here, right now. My child, my beloved, this message will not be repeated again in this way. It has been delivered now because the moment required it. You may never hear this combination of words again because heaven speaks freshly to each season. That's why this is urgent. That's why your spirit is responding right now. It's not just words, it's confirmation. And what you feel rising inside you isn't just emotion, it's awakening. Don't silence it. Don't let your logic interrupt your miracle. Let heaven finish what it started in you. My child, my beloved, I must give you a final instruction for now. Look out for the number 3. Within 3 days, you will see a confirmation that this message was real. It may come through a dream, a stranger's words, an unexpected text, or even a sudden breakthrough, but it will be clear. You will know it's divine. And when it comes, do not delay. Respond with gratitude. Speak your yes out loud. Declare that you receive the blessing. That's what activates the next step. This is not a game. This is not chance. This is heaven's strategy, and you are the chosen one it's moving through. My child, my beloved, do not be surprised if things begin to shift quickly now. You may wake up tomorrow and feel like the air around you has changed. That's because it has. When heaven moves, the atmosphere responds. People who once ignored you will suddenly see you. Doors that refused to open will now call your name. But I must warn you, not everything that comes now will be from God. Some things will come to distract. Some will come to delay. You must ask your spirit, is this sent from love or sent to test me? Stay discerning. My child, my beloved, I see your heart. I see that you want to believe again. But fear keeps whispering. What if it doesn't happen? Let me silence that fear right now. The miracle is not based on your worthiness. It is based on your alignment. And you are aligned in this moment. Not because you've done everything right, but because you listened. You opened this. You stayed. You opened your heart even when you didn't fully understand. That is what activates the miraculous. That is what tells heaven, this child is ready. My child, my beloved, if only you could see what's being written in the book of heaven right now. Your name is being etched into a new chapter. The old story, the one full of waiting, lack, loss, betrayal, is ending. And the pen is in God's hand now. This chapter begins with abundance, with clarity, with justice. The wrongs done against you are being reversed. The silence is being broken. And soon people will come to you and say, how did everything change so fast? And you'll know it started right here, right now with this message. My child, my beloved, God is not asking for your perfection. He is asking for your permission. You don't need to fix everything before you receive what's next. You don't need to know how it will happen. You just need to say yes. That small yes whispered in faith moves mountains. It opens doors. It commands angels. It shifts spiritual timelines. And it's the only thing heaven is listening for right now. So if you feel that stirring in your heart, say it. Say yes. Speak it out loud. This is your divine agreement. My child, my beloved, something sacred is hidden in plain sight in your life right now. There is a blessing disguised as something ordinary, a person, a place, a moment. You may have overlooked it, but soon your spiritual eyes will open and you will realize it was never small. It was never accidental. It was God wrapped in simplicity. That's how heaven works. And when you finally recognize it, the gratitude that will pour from your soul will open the floodgates to even more miracles. The first key is always thanksgiving. My child, my beloved, someone who left your life is now watching you from a distance. They thought you would collapse. They thought your spirit would break. But instead, you rose. You kept moving. You kept believing. And now what they tried to walk away from is exactly what heaven is about to bless. Do not let their return distract you. Some people are not sent back to be restored. They're sent back to test if you've grown. Be wise. Not everything that looks like reconciliation is meant to be embraced. My child, my beloved, you are going to notice numbers, names, dreams, and songs repeating around you in the coming days. These are not coincidences. These are spiritual signals. Heaven uses patterns to get your attention. When you see these signs, pause, listen, pray, write them down, don't ignore them. Each one carries a hidden instruction or confirmation. When the spiritual realm gets louder, it means the breakthrough is closer. And right now, the activity around you is increasing. That means your moment is near. My child, my beloved, your voice is powerful, more powerful than you've realized. Every time you speak in alignment with heaven, your words send shock waves through the unseen realm. Your affirmations, your declarations, your quiet prayers, they shift things. So be careful what you say. Speak life. Speak promise. Speak protection over your home, your finances, your mind. Even when fear tries to grip you, speak faith. That's how the atmosphere is shaped. That's how your miracle arrives fully formed and unshaken. My child, my beloved, you may not know this yet, but you are someone's answered prayer. Right now, there is a soul out there who has been calling out to God for a sign, for help, for direction, and you are the one being guided to cross their path. That's why you must rise. That's why you must stay in alignment. Because your obedience isn't just about you. It's about the lives your light will touch. Don't underestimate your presence. Don't shrink. Heaven is sending you to carry light into places others can't reach. My child, my beloved, I feel the pressure you've been under. It's been intense. It's been relentless. But here is the truth. That pressure was not sent to crush you. It was sent to crown you. Diamonds are only formed under pressure. And right now, heaven sees the gem you've become. You didn't break. You didn't quit. You didn't let bitterness win. And because of that, you are ready to receive what others could not carry. The crown is heavy, but it fits you now. And soon the world will see what heaven already knows. My child, my beloved, I must tell you now there are people who have underestimated what you carry. They judged you by your past, by your silence, by your struggles. But they had no idea what heaven was growing inside you. They saw the soil, but they never saw the seed. And that seed has now broken through. You are about to bloom in a way that no one expected. The same mouths that spoke doubt will speak all. The same eyes that look down on you will lift up in surprise. You won't need revenge. Your rise will speak for itself. My child, my beloved, please listen. Your breakthrough won't look how you imagined. It won't come through the same doors you've been knocking on. It will come through a new direction, a divine interruption. That's how God moves when it's urgent. That's why I was sent now. Because there's something coming toward you so fast. Your spirit needs to be awake before it arrives. You don't have time to delay. You don't have time to hesitate. This is the moment where your yes opens a gate no force of darkness can ever close again. My child, my beloved, there is a reason your heart has been restless. It's not anxiety. It's not confusion, it's transition. You're in a spiritual hallway, no longer where you were, but not yet where you're going. And in this hallway, heaven is rearranging your path. Some things are being removed for your protection. Some doors are being sealed shut so you don't return to cycles you've already outgrown. And though it may feel lonely now, soon you will understand. This quiet was the sound of heaven preparing your future in silence. My child, my beloved, there is something you need to hear clearly. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. The delay was not denial. It was preparation. Every tear you cried watered something invisible that is about to become visible. Every rejection redirected you. Every moment of waiting was working behind the veil. And now the time is fulfilled. I'm speaking to your spirit right now. The divine clock just struck your name. This message is not by chance. It is by calling. And what's coming next has never been released into your life before. My child, my beloved, I want you to prepare yourself for restoration. Not just healing, not just closure, full restoration. What was taken from you emotionally, financially, relationally, spiritually is being accounted for. The divine court has ruled in your favor, but you must believe it to receive it. God restores what no one else can. You won't get an apology from everyone who hurt you, but heaven will make sure you're repaid. In peace, in joy, in doubled blessings, your soul will dance again. Your laughter will return. The season of mourning is closing. My child, my beloved, you may feel tired, but you are not empty. There is still oil in your lamp. There is still strength rising inside of you. That fatigue you feel isn't weakness. It's the weight of the old season breaking off. Rest. Yes. But don't quit. Because just when you thought the journey was over, God is opening up a new road. One you've never seen. One that bypasses every closed gate you faced. And it's yours, not because of luck, but because of your alignment. Your heart stayed faithful. And heaven honors that. Now my child, my beloved, some of your prayers weren't answered because what you asked for was too small. You were asking for survival. God was preparing overflow. You were asking to endure. He was planning your expansion. You were asking to be seen. He was shaping you to be sought after. That's why the answer didn't come when you expected. Because heaven wasn't saying no. Heaven was saying you don't even know how big it's about to be. And now you're about to walk into it. Every delay will make sense. Every closed door will become irrelevant. My child, my beloved, I need you to understand the resistance you've been facing lately is not punishment. It's proof. Proof that the enemy sees what's coming for you. Proof that your light has been noticed. The greater the blessing, the stronger the distraction. The more precise the destiny, the more intense the pressure. But you're still here. You're still listening. And that means the enemy failed. What was sent to break you only made you more aware. Now your shield is stronger, your vision is clearer, and your miracle is closer than ever. My child, my beloved, don't underestimate what you're walking into. In the next few weeks, you'll begin to see sudden changes, unexpected messages, confirmations that you cannot ignore. You'll hear someone say something out loud that matches the exact words in this message. You'll feel that spiritual chill when truth hits your bones. And when that moment comes, you'll know this wasn't just a video. It wasn't just a feeling. It was a divine warning and a divine announcement that what's been stored up for you is being released without further delay. My child, my beloved, take this last part seriously. If you walk away from this moment without responding in faith, the next season will still come, but it will come slower. Delayed because heaven is fast-tracking those who are awake. Those who say yes now. Those who open their hands without hesitation. Those who align without fear. Don't let this message become just another thing you scroll past. Let it be the moment heaven remembers your name again. The moment the angels mark your house, the moment you receive what was always meant for you. My child, my beloved, your name is surrounded by light in the spiritual realm. Every time you almost gave up, heaven recorded it. Every time you chose to believe instead of break, the angels marked it. And now those moments of secret endurance are forming a path beneath your feet. You are being led into a space of divine visibility. Those who once ignored you will be divinely drawn to you. Not because you sought attention, but because your anointing can no longer be hidden. You were never overlooked. You were being prepared for entrance. My child, my beloved, I must say this now. The battle over your identity is what created most of your pain. The enemy didn't want your money. He wanted your voice. He didn't care about your relationships. He feared your calling. And so he attacked your confidence, your clarity, your worth. But that war is ending because you have remembered who you are. You are a divine vessel. You are not random. You are not replaceable. And as of this moment, heaven is reinstating your full spiritual authority. You will walk differently from this moment forward. My child, my beloved, there's something beautiful coming in the mail, in a message, or in a face-to-face moment very soon. It's a divine confirmation, a symbol, a reminder that what you're hearing now is real. When it shows up, don't dismiss it. Don't call it a coincidence. Receive it as your sign. Speak gratitude the moment it arrives. That's how you unlock the next layer. The more grateful you are in small signs, the more heaven begins to trust you with greater ones. And what's being prepared for you is greater than anything your past ever gave you. My child, my beloved, you are going to feel different this week. You'll wake up one morning and something will feel lighter. That's not imagination. That's not random. That's spiritual release. A burden you were carrying unconsciously will be lifted. A chain that wrapped itself around your dreams will be broken. This is what happens when you align fully with the divine. Things shift even when you don't speak because heaven is watching what your heart is doing now. And because your heart is staying open, the healing is becoming automatic. My child, my beloved, someone you loved is coming back. Not always physically, but spiritually. Their soul is repenting. Their mind is waking up. And though you may never get the words you hoped for, the balance will still come. Because forgiveness doesn't require both voices, it requires your release. That's how you become free. And once you are free, God can bless you in ways that were previously blocked. Let them go. Let them rise or fall on their own. You've done your part. Now heaven will do what only heaven can do. My child, my beloved, you're not late. You didn't miss it. I know it feels like time is slipping, like others have passed you, like the window has closed, but I see what you can't see. And the window has just opened. The time is now. The place is here. This message was the turning point you didn't even know you needed. That's why your soul stayed. That's why you're still reading. Because something sacred is being transferred. And your delay will turn into acceleration so quickly even your doubts won't be able to catch up. My child, my beloved, I must now tell you something about legacy. You are not just being blessed for you. You are being blessed for those who come after you. Your obedience is breaking patterns. Your healing is rewriting your bloodline story. Your yes is changing what your children will inherit. This is bigger than you. That's why it's been harder. That's why it's been slower. But now the reward is catching up to the sacrifice. And the restoration will go beyond what you can even witness. You are the interruption your lineage has been praying for. My child, my beloved, I want you to do something bold in the next 48 hours. A step of faith. A gesture of readiness, something that tells heaven, I believe this was for me. It might be a prayer, a journal entry, a phone call, a decision, a message, a donation, a silent moment of praise. Whatever it is, let it be real. Let it cost something. Because what's coming is not cheap. It is divine, and divine things require alignment, not just belief. Your action activates heaven's next move. Don't wait. Don't delay. Show you're ready. My child, my beloved, I hear your silent question. How will I know this is real? And I answer you now with this, because peace is already wrapping around your chest like a warm blanket. Because tears are rising and you don't know why. Because your spirit is standing at attention while your mind is still catching up. That is confirmation. The soul always recognizes the voice of its origin. And this message is not from man. It is from spirit. That's why it bypasses logic and touches places no one else could reach. That's why you feel it deep. My child, my beloved, someone you once trusted is about to reveal their true nature. You need to be prepared for the truth because it will shock you, but it will also free you. This is not to punish you, it's to protect you. Archangel Michael has been assigned to break the illusions. God wants no lies around your destiny anymore. The energy around you is shifting. You will see people move away, doors close, and opportunities suddenly appear where you least expect. This is how heaven clears the path when you're finally ready to rise. My child, my beloved, do not underestimate what today means. You may think it's just another day, but in the spiritual world, your name has just been signed under a divine decree. A release is happening. Chains are breaking. Generational patterns are being interrupted because you chose to stay with this message. Because you didn't scroll. Because your heart said, maybe this is for me. That simple yes in your spirit has echoed into heaven's court. Now heaven is responding. But you must stay with me. Don't stop now. You're in the middle of your shift. My child, my beloved, I must tell you something rare. There's a divine wealth that has been stored up under your name. But until now, it was kept behind a spiritual veil because certain parts of your soul had not yet healed. God doesn't just give blessings. He prepares you to carry them without destruction. That time of preparation has ended. The season of release has begun. This wealth is not just about money. It is health. It is joy. It is restored relationships. It is clarity. It is everything you've cried out for coming all at once in God's perfect timing. My child, my beloved, listen closely. In the next few hours, something will try to distract you. A phone call, a moment of doubt, a sudden wave of tiredness. These are not accidents. They are tests. Because whenever God is close to speaking directly into your life, the enemy rushes in with noise. But you must silence the noise. Return to stillness. Return to this message. Rewatch it. Read it again. Let the words sink into you like rain into dry ground. This is not entertainment. This is divine preparation. And what's coming to your life next will require spiritual sensitivity. My child, my beloved, this is the moment you've been unknowingly praying for. That quiet longing you've had when you said, God, if you're real, show me. This is the answer. But it's arriving in a form you didn't expect. Heaven rarely speaks the way the world does. It whispers when the world shouts. It sends angels in the form of messages, signs, strange coincidences, sudden urges to open something at the right time. And now you're here, which means you're not late. You're right on time. Don't let fear talk you out of what heaven is trying to show you. My child, my beloved, I was sent with one message for you tonight. You are not forgotten. Your name has not faded in heaven's memory. In fact, it has been glowing brighter. The angels assigned to you have never abandoned you, not even when you were at your lowest. You may have felt alone, but you were never truly alone. I was there. I stood between you and things you'll never even know tried to come against you. And tonight, I was allowed to speak plainly because your next season is too important for you to walk into it blind. My child, my beloved, a timeline has just shifted in your life. Something you thought would take years may now happen in weeks or even days. This is because you aligned yourself with heaven. In this very moment, you said yes. You stayed. You opened your heart. Even though fear told you to leave, that's what activates divine acceleration. Now watch what happens next. People who forgot you will suddenly remember. Opportunities that rejected you will reopen. Prayers you stopped praying will suddenly get answered. All because you chose to believe again right now. My child, my beloved, I feel the urgency in heaven's voice. There is a soul who has just been shown a vision of you in their dreams. They're being moved toward you with divine timing. This person may be a guide, a partner, a divine helper, or someone sent to deliver something sacred to you. But they are being drawn by your light. Your soul's call has reached the ears of heaven and echoed into theirs. This is why you must stay aligned. Don't lose hope now. Don't give up on your own miracle while it's already on the way. My child, my beloved, I want you to pause and understand something deeply spiritual. You were never rejected, only redirected. Those who walked away didn't do it on their own. They were gently moved out of your path because they were not capable of carrying the blessing God is about to give you. If they had stayed, they would have ruined what is sacred. You may have cried when they left, but heaven sighed in relief. Because now your table can be set with the right people, the right energy, and the right favor. It's not a loss, it's alignment. My child, my beloved, do not allow your past to cancel your promise. There are things you've done, said, or thought that you still carry guilt over. But God is not holding those things against you. Heaven works through redemption, not shame. And in this very moment, forgiveness is rushing into your soul like warm light. The burden is lifting. The weight is being taken off your shoulders. You don't have to earn this blessing. It's already been approved. What matters now is how you respond in this moment of divine invitation. My child, my beloved, I must speak with urgency. Something has been watching you. A dark presence tried to follow your name through generational lines, planting seeds of doubt, fear, poverty, and rejection. But as of today, that pattern has been interrupted. A divine wall has gone up around your spirit. Your atmosphere is being cleansed and every assignment that was sent against you is being returned to sender. This is why you've been feeling a shift lately. Your spirit is no longer tolerating what used to sit silently in your life. Heaven is reclaiming your space. My child, my beloved, I know how long you've waited. I know how many times you said maybe next month or maybe next year, while secretly wondering if anything would ever change. But what if I told you this was the moment the waiting ends? Not because you forced it, but because your heart is finally prepared to receive it. There are things that only arrive when the soul is quiet enough to hear. And right now, your soul is open. Your eyes are watching. And heaven is responding not to your perfection, but to your readiness. My child, my beloved, someone is about to call your name in a room where you're not even present. It will be a conversation you weren't invited to, but your destiny will be spoken about in that space. That's what divine favor does. It places your name in places your feet haven't yet touched. Don't underestimate how powerful your obedience is. Staying with this message, listening fully, opening your spirit to what's being said, that small decision has spiritual consequences. Because your heart said yes, heaven will now say go. My child, my beloved, I want you to prepare yourself. Something is going to fall away from your life. Not to hurt you, but to make room for what's on the way. It may be a habit, a person, a job, a belief, or even a secret fear. Don't panic when it happens. Don't try to hold on. Sometimes when something breaks, it's not the end, it's the beginning of something sacred. The hands of God are removing what can't go with you into the next season because what's coming is holy. And not everything is allowed in holy places. My child, my beloved, I'm going to say something bold. You are more powerful than you realize. You are carrying spiritual authority that you've never even tapped into yet. There are gifts buried within you. Prophetic insight, healing energy, wisdom beyond your years. But the world tried to shut it down with shame, rejection, and fear. That ends now. As you open your spirit to this divine truth, those gifts will begin to awaken. Your dreams will carry messages. Your words will carry weight. You will start seeing things before they happen. This is not fantasy. It is heaven unfolding. My child, my beloved, a storm is passing. I know it's been heavy. I know it's tried to make you doubt everything you once believed. But storms don't last, they pass. And now that this one is moving, it will leave behind blessings in the soil it softened. Your pain was never wasted. Every tear watered something sacred. And now the harvest is ready. The doors are about to open. The people you need are being guided toward you. The answers are forming on their way. And the only thing you have to do is stay aligned, stay believing, stay open. My child, my beloved, this message will not be repeated again in this way. It has been delivered now because the moment required it. You may never hear this combination of words again because heaven speaks freshly to each season. That's why this is urgent. That's why your spirit is responding right now. It's not just words, it's confirmation. And what you feel rising inside you isn't just emotion. It's awakening. Don't silence it. Don't let your logic interrupt your miracle. Let heaven finish what it started in you. My child, my beloved, I must give you a final instruction for now. Look out for the number 3. Within 3 days, you will see a confirmation that this message was real. It may come through a dream, a stranger's words, an unexpected text, or even a sudden breakthrough. But it will be clear. You will know it's divine. And when it comes, do not delay. Respond with gratitude. Speak your yes out loud. Declare that you receive the blessing. That's what activates the next step. This is not a game. This is not chance. This is heaven's strategy and you are the chosen one it's moving through. My child, my beloved, if you are still here, heaven has already marked you. Do not let this moment fade like another video. Subscribe now as an act of alignment, a yes spoken in faith, a signal that you are ready to receive what God has already approved for you. Stay connected, because what happens next was never meant to happen without you.